Hey everybody, Tony George, DocSports.com. Monday update. Going to be talking about some free college basketball. Well, just a college basketball pick for you out of the ACC. Duke on the road tonight at Miami. I'll tell you the best way to bet this game, and we'll mention a couple others. But at the end of the day here, it's Monday. We're ready to go. College basketball is in sync and dialed in. Um, Today we have a 7-unit Missouri Valley game of the month. That's the only play on the board I have in college basketball. It's a top play. We are 11-3-1. Um, since last Monday in college basketball, hit a 6-unit top pick again with over the weekend with Texas A&M. We're 8-4-1 with top picks this year for I think $2,330 to the good for a $100 player. So a decent, a respectable record. 8-4-1 is respectable. 9-4-1 is even more respectable, and that's what we're going to be after tonight. So get over to Docs, take advantage of the free $60 in the link in the description below, and we'll get you going. My NBA has taken a step back, and that is unacceptable. We're still up on the season, decent number, but the last 4 days have not been kind to me, and that we're going to do a little adjusting and a little turning things inside out and upside down today on the NBA, on the back end of how we do things here. And we have a lot of close ones, but sports betting isn't horseshoes. Close doesn't count. It's either a W or an L, and we like W's. A lot more W's than we do L's, and there's been a little bit of a fall from grace in the NBA, which is my strongest sport every year besides NASCAR. And I'll tell you right now, we're going to change that around starting tonight. We have one pick only. NHL, we're taking a pass on. Won yesterday in the NHL again. Solid NHL year to date. We're still rolling. There's like 4 or 5 games today, and the lines are tricked out. They're very tricky. I'm just gonna, I don't put out stuff just to have something to sell. I'm not selling picks. I'm trying to sell winners, and I don't see a real strong position even for a 2 or 3 unit pick tonight. I really don't. So we're gonna pass. That's what we're doing. So get over to Docs. Get that big play in college basketball today, and we'll get you rolling here. Headed down to Circa this morning, a little later this morning. I'd probably go for a lunch at the deli. They got a nice little delicatessen there. If you haven't been to the new Circa, by the way, downtown on Fremont, Derek Stevens, Mike Palm's out, place down there. Veasan Studios are down there. Check out that sports book. It's one of the nicest ones I've ever seen, if not the nicest. And Stadium Swim is unbelievable to watch a game at. Great place. But we're going to pick up an 11-page front and back prop sheet thing for the Super Bowl, and we're going to start discussing those during the week. We're also going to have a show with Indian Cowboy. That's Arun Shiva from Doc Sports, either tomorrow or Thursday. Wednesday's not going to work this week because of a scheduling conflict with our producer. But that being said, we're going to talk about 5 or 6 or 7 prop bets that are common. That you can find anywhere, so it's not something exotic that somebody with 1,000 prop bets has at some global outlet or whatever you're doing, local whatever, doesn't have. I don't know what FanDuel and DraftKings are going to have. They have the crappiest odds and options of any books I've ever seen in my life, especially when it comes to NASCAR and golf and some other things that aren't just solid mainstream sports. But so we're going to find you some good props there to talk about, chew on. And maybe I'll do a live chat on Friday about the Super Bowl. Yeah, why not? I'll update you on that. Let's get to your free play. First of all, just quickly, we do have a 7-unit play in Missouri Valley tonight, which is substantial. But interesting to note yesterday that Drake, the team that everybody's talking about now, they're unbeaten, straight up and against the spread, had to go into overtime against Illinois State. What was it, 78-76 or 76-74? One by 2 in overtime. Now they're laying 18 today. A lot of points. Yeah, a lot of points. Just saying. Me and you in a fence post having a cup of coffee. One thing I know for sure, Mike Krzyzewski got Duke playing some basketball. And I'll tell you one thing, Miami's not playing any basketball. Now, if this was at Duke and not at Miami, now, even discounting the fact that there are no Cameron crazies, there's no people getting let into these arenas. Some arenas will let in a couple thousand, but for the most part, they're playing, like a scrimmage. But Miami's dropped 5 in a row. I don't think they've scored 60 points in any of those 5 games. They're just not a good basketball team. I'm not willing to lay 11 on the road with Duke. But Mike Krzyzewski has them playing better ball. And as you recall, they opted out of the non-conference schedule when they started to get going. And they had another game or two canceled. So that being said, Duke has not had a lot of time on the floor versus a lot of other teams if you look at the amount of games they played. However, Mike Krzyzewski's doing what Mike Krzyzewski does. Whether you love him or hate him, he's one of the greatest coaches in the history of college basketball. And he's still at the top of his game. At the end of the day, he's got Duke playing a better brand of basketball. And one thing that he is strong in coaching is exposing another team's weakness. That's one thing he's good at. Of the many things he's good at, but that's one he's especially good at. And Miami's perimeter game on both ends of the floor is just deplorable. I think you'll see Duke come out gunning. Think you'll see him gunning all day. And Miami can't make a three-point shot. They can't play from behind. But I'm going to cut this line down. I'm going to take Duke first half line -6 against Miami tonight. That's your free pick. Back at you on Tuesday. Boom.